You don't just notice things. You notice everything, and you wish you didn't. You walk into a room and, within seconds, your body has already taken inventory. The way someone's smile doesn't reach their eyes. Who is standing slightly apart from the group? The tone underneath the words, the tension in someone's jaw, the way another person's shoulders are just a little too tight. Cut to, you at a small gathering, people laughing, music low. On the outside, you're part of the conversation. On the inside, you're tracking a whole extra layer, the friend who keeps glancing at the door, the couple who aren't sitting as close as they usually do, the quiet shift when someone's name is mentioned. You wish you could just relax. Instead, your awareness behaves like radar, spinning constantly, picking up signals no one asked you to receive. If someone's mood drops by a few degrees, you feel it. If a tone changes, your stomach tightens before your mind has even formed a thought. You don't only see what's happening now. You see where it might go. A slightly sharp reply becomes, in your head, the start of a fight. A delayed message opens a whole slideshow of possible meanings. Cut to, you lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling. Your mind replays the day in high definition, not just what was said, but how it was said, what faces did, where people looked away. You're exhausted, but your system doesn't know how to power down while so many details are still spinning. People call you perceptive, intuitive, emotionally intelligent. They admire how quickly you pick up on things, how you can read a room in seconds. They don't see that you can't turn it off, that every outing, every conversation, every notification costs you more than you let on. There's a moment sometimes, walking home at dusk, or staring out a bus window, when it hits you how heavy it is to see this much, to feel this much, all the time. You're not just living your own experience, you're mentally carrying fragments of everyone else's, too. You're not dramatic. You're just too aware. And awareness, when it has nowhere to rest, starts to hurt. This didn't start in adulthood. Your awareness was a survival skill long before it became a burden. Think back to the rooms where you first learned to watch people closely. Maybe you grew up with a parent whose mood could flip without warning. Footsteps in the hallway already told you everything, the speed, the weight, the way the key turned in the lock. By the time the door opened, your body had already decided, be funny, be quiet, be helpful, disappear. Cut to, little you at the dinner table, fork in hand, eyes flicking between faces. You're not just eating. You're monitoring. The crease between eyebrows. The sigh that means, don't ask for anything tonight. The way one person goes silent while the other talks too loudly. Your nervous system was studying its own version of attachment from the start. When am I safe? When do they soften? When do things explode? And the answer always lived in the micro details, the ones you still can't stop seeing. So you became hyper-attuned. You listened for arguments before they began. You stepped in with a joke when voices rose. You learned which topics were landmines and walked everyone gently around them. If a parent was depressed, withdrawn, lost in their own world, you watched for tiny openings, a slightly lighter tone, a half smile. You tried to catch those moments and fill them, with good news, with achievements, with being no trouble. Your attention stretched outwards, trying to hold up the emotional ceiling of the house. Cut to, teenager you in a classroom, hearing two people whisper 3 rows back. You pretend to focus on the board, but part of you tracks the tension automatically. Your body doesn't know how not to. What looks like being observant from the outside was, on the inside, a form of hypervigilance, your brain constantly scanning for threats, your heart trying to predict storms before they hit. No one taught you how to switch this off when the danger passed. No one showed you how to let your awareness rest inside your own skin instead of flying around the room like a lookout. So you grew up, but the pattern stayed. You became the one who notices what everyone else misses, who catches the subtext, who feels the drop in the atmosphere before anyone can name it. It's not that you wanted to carry all this. It's that, for a long time, seeing this much felt like the only way to stay safe. This is where something begins to change, not because you stop being aware, but because you start noticing what that awareness does to you. You're in a cafe with someone, their words flowing, your attention automatically scanning, their tone, their body language, the table behind you, the door, the barista's mood. Half of you is with them, half is everywhere else. Then, for a flicker of a second, your focus drops inward. You feel the tightness in your own chest, the way your shoulders are slightly raised, the fatigue behind your eyes. You realize you've been bracing the whole time. Cut to, you on the train, eyes on your reflection in the window. Your thoughts want to drift into stories about the people around you, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what might happen next. Instead, just once, you bring your awareness to the weight of your body on the seat, the rhythm of movement under your feet. You're still aware of everything, but you also, faintly, hear. This is not about shutting down your sensitivity. You couldn't, even if you tried. It's about letting the direction of your awareness include you, not just everyone else. You still catch the small wince in someone's expression. You still notice the way the air changes in a room. But sometimes you also notice. My heart sped up when that happened. My jaw clenched when they said that. I'm tired from holding all of this. The hypervigilance doesn't vanish. But it becomes something you can see, not just something you are. There might be tiny moments where your awareness shifts its job. From scanning for what could go wrong, to also registering what is quietly okay. The chair holding your weight. The friend who actually feels safe. The room where no one is about to explode. Cut to, you lying in bed, the old spiral beginning, replaying every detail of the day. Halfway through, your attention lands on something simple, the feeling of the blanket against your legs, the sound of your own breathing. For 3 breaths, you're not analyzing. You're just existing. You will still notice too much. You will still see beneath the surface more often than not. But slowly, your awareness stops being only a curse and starts becoming a kind of loyalty, not just to others, but to yourself. One day, you may find yourself in a familiar scene, crowded room, shifting conversations, energy swirling. The old part of you scans as always, catching every detail. Another part of you quietly asks, in the background, and how am I in this? In that question, your awareness turns its light toward the one person it always left for last. The one who has been seeing everything. And is finally allowed to be seen.